50,000. That is the number of university graduates joining an already crowded job market annually. Due to lack of employment opportunities, 17.3% of Kenya's youth are unemployed. After his graduation, Shadrach Okech faced a similar predicament. Unable to secure steady employment, he decided to establish CB Printing Services Limited.
I decided to start CB Printing Services Limited because I had issues with employment. After I finished school, I was not able to get a steady job. So I thought out that I could do something else without wasting further time. So I started as a supplier of stationeries, and that was my initial business. Bit by bit, I got an interest in printing, since I wasn't printing and stationery go hand in hand. That is what influenced me to start CB Printing Services Limited.
Shadrach is a Bachelor of Commerce graduate from the University of Nairobi. As a qualified accountant, he got jobs at various companies as an accountant. However, he felt that the offers were not suitable. Thus, he decided to venture into self-employment.
The reason why I opted for self-employment was because the first challenge I got was not able to get a job that could sustain me. I had a job. The first job was with Purple Hearts, which was a subsidiary company of Mediplus, and 3 months down the line, the company collapsed. So I looked for another job, and it took me a while before securing the next job. The next one I got was called Horticam Africa, which was an exporting plant, but it was just newly registered. We worked for like 3 other months, and then the company again collapsed. It went under because the director wouldn't heed to the financial advices we were giving. So by virtue of that, what I judge as bad luck, I decided to opt for business as a way of survival.
Established in January of 2006, the firm specializes in the production and printing of brochures, books, posters, t-shirts, mugs, pens, and umbrellas.
The challenges I faced one was when you start a business, you require capital. And getting the capital was a big challenge because people did not really have confidence in me starting the business. And coming out of a family where people were largely employed, they thought that was not an option that I should pursue, having gone to school well. So I just had to keep talking to people, which was still a big challenge because no one would entrust you with money. And also the companies that were seeking employment wanted me to show what I've done before, and I had no qualification in it. So I couldn't explain myself how I'm going to deliver, but I was just confident I would try and get business and deliver.
Due to the perceptions and attitudes associated with entrepreneurship in Africa, Shadrach would face the ominous task of convincing his family and friends. Looking back though, the CPA graduate from Strathmore University is glad that he took the plunge.
My family, at the onset, they were not for it because they were thinking that how would their son just go to school and opt for self-employment, and in a largely area that they perceived was not for someone who's gone to school, just supplies of stationery. So there was some resistance at the initial stage, but I told them, there's nothing I'm doing, I'm not working, so I'm trying to earn a living courtesy of this. So along the line, they started buying bit by bit, and once I got the first order, it's them I went to give me the finances to start me off. My friends, of course, some of them were working, and some encouraged me because I had nothing else to do. They just told me to try out.
With his family and friends now on board, the 38-year-old embarked on landing his first ever client. This would prove to be quite arduous for the aspiring printer.
The first client I got, actually, it was a bit frustrating because I was breaking into a system that already had other suppliers. So the first business was also a big disappointment because I spent like 75,000 to buy the goods, and the margins were very small, like 10,000. So it was a fight, but because I delivered in the time they wanted, they started thinking of me positively. I was very elated to have gotten even the order, the local purchase order. I said, okay. And you know, it took me like a year before I got an order. So I was so elated. I really didn't know where to even get those supplies, but I moved around very fast, picked things, delivered, and marshaled a bit of my friends who were not working then to help me deliver them, so I didn't even use a taxi. So I was very happy. I said it's small, but this is how things start. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step.
As an entrepreneur, it is important to factor in the nature of the business while choosing the location. Location is important due to the fact that it affects how your customers can find you. It is with this in mind that Shadrach settled on Kirinyaga Road.
I did a research. I did a market research on printing business, and there is some goodwill that goes with the location of a business. By and large, this is a manufacturing plant. I only had two options. One, to go to industrial area. Two, to come to Kirinyaga Road. So I opted to come to Kirinyaga because I had the belief that I may not get many clients as such, but there are clients, there are brokers who would come to Kirinyaga Road and keep the business going, even if I don't get any orders. That informed my decision to come to Kirinyaga Road.
Nevertheless, this is a double-edged sword.
Many Kenyans in their thinking, if you tell them your location is in Kirinyaga Road, they obviously think maybe you're a thug and you're not straight. So brokers who appear to have offices in CBD and high-end areas tend to get more businesses than us because they tend to be more trusted. And by and large, they are not even printers, they're just brokers. But because of the location, people have confidence in them. They tell them, yeah, I have an office in Upper Hill, I have here. But if you go and you face some clients and you tell them you have an office or a factory in Kirinyaga, they obviously write you off. And if they believe you are a printer, they believe you are just a small printer, so they would not trust you with a big business.
Since establishing the company, Shadrach has invested approximately 20 million shillings in the business. Thus, with such a huge investment, it is prudent to ensure that the marketing function is not neglected.
Okay, I market it digitally. One of them is the Facebook page. I also have a website through which I extend to people. And I also make direct sales, direct marketing, where I visit companies, organizations, show them what I want, show them, and at times I use promotional girls that distribute flyers to people around town, around the roundabouts, and at times I also advertise in the media.
According to various estimates, the global print market is expected to reach $668 billion in 2017. Nevertheless, the industry does face a subtle threat.
Printing industry in Kenya is very dynamic. There are very many players, but there are also many things that are to be printed with different sorts of machineries and different kinds of processes. Right now, so many people are involved in printing, and everyone wants to go into printing. I would say in Kenya, there is still an underinvestment in printing, by and large. That's why some people opt to go to China or India for printing purposes. But I think it's well and it's growing. The only challenge that it has competition from IT, from information technology. People are going digital. So the clients that we used to have, that used to sustain printing industry, we've started losing them, like the banks. Everyone is going digital instead of writing those deposit slips on paper.
Prices at the printing farm depend on the size and volume of the work.
We have an expansion program. Like now we have new machines that are also quite expensive, but we intend to invest more in such kind of machines. Like currently there is a computer-played machine that makes things move fast. And of course, if you want to do mass printing and you have to net more clients, you have to buy more printers like Speedmaster that are fast and can produce in a short time. Yeah. So we have a plan of expanding, and we also have a plan of having more branches. Now that there are counties, we intend to set 2 other printing press in Kisumu and in Mombasa as a startup.
So what words of advice does Shadrach have for aspiring entrepreneurs?
The advice I would give to them is that once they decide to go into business, they need to to be patient with their business. It's bit by bit. Nothing comes easy, but there's a lot of sacrifices that they'll have to make. But I would encourage them that it's the best thing to do. But it also needs a lot of financial discipline. You really need to cut your coat according to your size, and at times even go below your size if possible.